So a couple of weeks ago, I had a video in reference to the federal employees that were on a probationary period. They had been fired or laid off by the current administration, and with that, there was roughly 98 supposedly million dollars that was saved by these layoffs or these individuals that got fired. And I want to be clear, I don't like, or it's not ever good when someone loses their job or loses their employment. It causes a ripple effect in a lot of different areas in your home, in your community. It can cause ripple effects with individuals in your family that have health issues. It definitely causes financial hardships, and then it just goes on and on and on and on and on. I get it. So I'm very cognizant of that. It sucks, but um, at the same time, businesses, agencies, this current administration has made some decisions, and you just got to kind of roll with it. And I'm gonna take this opportunity again to say this again. You are almost never safe when you rely on an employer for ends meet, for your livelihood. I've said more than one time. I say go ahead first. I say go ahead and start that business. Go ahead, start that venture. Go ahead and do something that you've been wanting to do because it's not always promised to you. Just saying. Nothing's promised. But and I say go ahead first. I ain't saying be foolish. Be strategic about it. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm just saying have other methods of generating revenue. That's all I'm saying. I'm done with that part. But let's continue on. So with that, those individuals got fired or laid off. This freed up money for, I guess, the government to do other things with that. And with that, I had some individuals, maybe a subscriber or two. Wasn't necessarily any followers, but it's definitely a subscriber or two, or people. Maybe it wasn't even a subscriber. It was maybe some individuals that saw the video, and they made the statement: how does an under a staff agency or understaffed, you know, area do any better or combat better services for veterans, and you cut 1,000 probationary individuals or employees, federal employees, at the same time? How does that benefit the veteran? And I try to definitely think things through before I make statements. I try not to. I try to give my audience a both sides of the spectrum. I look at the good parts that come with it. I look at the bad part that come with it, and then I take a look at it from a outside looking in and how it affects other people. Like I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. Some of you are called me out on my mistakes, and I still correct it. So, but the question I ask those individuals is, at what point do numbers or bodies help anything? At what point does a body or a person help production? Do each individual put out the same equivalent amount of production? And guess what? The answer is absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is half of the reason why we got automation going on. We have these businesses that want to automate things because the employee or the independent contractor doesn't produce enough. At the same time as businesses being greedy, I agree. I'm not going to say it like it's not. Businesses are greedy. They are absolutely greedy. Like they want to benefit the shareholders. They want to benefit their bottom line. That's just part of business, the capital of the society right now. but they're in it to make money. So if that's cutting employment, if that's cutting employees, if that's putting families on the streets, if that's families missing mortgage payments or car notes or whatever, they don't care. They're going to get that bottom line together and make sure the shareholders are in position. Period. That's just what it boils down to. But back to my question again. At what point does bodies or people equal production? And it doesn't. There are people right now that I know I can ask them to do something. They'll do 4 times as much as most individuals will do. My father, for example, my father is a hard-working individual. Hard-working individual. He'd probably outwork, I don't know, 2 teenagers, maybe 3, maybe 2 grown men, because his work ethic, because he just wants to put out a good product, because he wants to be of value. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know someone that's done the same thing in your office or at your employer or on your assembly line. There's an individual that is going to go over and beyond all the time when they do their job. Period. They're going to put out more production than 2 or 3 other people are going to do. I'm just saying. And in some cases, when you have more employees or more people, they can be a distraction or an issue for getting production out for that person that was going to put out more production because they're in the way. That is all I'm saying. If I can put out more production myself than 2 or 3 other people, then those 2 or 3 other people need to go because all they're doing is taking, all they're doing is taking up, money or revenue or whatever the case may be, taking up air and oxygen from the people in the area. So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to have this conversation. Does this necessarily mean that the veterans are going to get better care? It doesn't necessarily mean veterans are going to get better care either. It doesn't. Does it mean that we get into appointments sooner? I don't know. It might mean we get our appointments done sooner. It may not mean that we get our appointments sooner. We don't know this right now. But what I will say, it is a given that more bodies does not mean more production at all. So I wanted to be clear about that. I wanted to clear that up. Terrence Brunson to go ahead first. Again, there's so many companies going to automation because they're not getting enough production out. The cost of that production, they're using all these different robots, AI, algorithms, all that good stuff to get certain things done. They're making these changes. Again, I've stated before, like, we need to be proactive and pivot because it's not getting any better. But I just wanted to say that hopefully veterans do get better care. And then of course on the other side, like you got so many veterans that go out into community care. And I'm being one of them. Like I can't get my services done at the VA. If it take them too long to get you into an appointment or whatever the case may be, then you can go out and get community services. So some of the veterans are going out and getting dental work in the community or whatever, or getting other services in the community, X-rays or physical therapy or whatever. We're going to the community and getting those things done because you can't get it at the VA. Will this change? I don't know, but I'm pretty much done there. I just wanted to be clear of what I was trying to get across. More bodies, more people do not mean more production at all, not even close. Terrence Brunson, go ahead first. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed evening. And look forward to hearing from you all soon. Leave some comments below. Like, share, follow, repost. I appreciate all of the love. And look forward to coming with some more content and feedback. Thanks.